folks, and welcome back to another edition of our venture in the visual novel, Adventure of a Lifetime. And the last episode, whoo boy! I tell you, when it comes to typhoons and typhoon warnings and all that stuff, the best option might be not to want to play around in long distances away from your residence, just in case you fall asleep on a beachside after having so much fun splashing everybody, playing with dolphins and kicking the waves and all that other stuff and looking at beautiful coral reefs and, schools of fish. Because they ended up stranded on the island because, one, the engine wasn't working just by, Murphy's Law. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what happened. So they had to stay on the beach and hunker down in a cave, huddle up together for warmth, and of course start a love triangle battle royale, which battle of the insult of, selfish and crazy person / childish person here and crazy person that, and in the middle of all of it sailed the dude who happens to be in the middle of the conversation. This has nothing to do with you, so you can't comment about it. Yeah. But anyways, with that, they decided after all of that drama to just sleep it off. But now, one hand that was supposed to be holding Hiroki's is missing. We must find out where that hand has gone. So with that, let's load up the scene and find out where that hand is. Yes, indeed. Let's do it. Something that should have been holding on to me tightly was gone.
どうしたの、ひろき?
You wake up just from that? I'm just asking. Emily's gone. We got up and left the pitch black darkness of the cave.
風、止んでるね。
Yeah, looks like the typhoon's gone. Storm had been violent, but apparently still quite small. We could hear the gentle beach waves through the calm, quiet air. A beautiful blonde girl sat on the tiny beach. Emily was staring up.
きれい。
Huh? I turned my head skyward and found an inky sky filled with a sea of countless stars. The sky, clear after the typhoon, glittered with millions of tiny distant lights. And there, running through the center of it, was a Milky Way. The incredible scene had me mesmerized. Ogasawara's beauty included not only the sea, but the sky as well. I said as the scene before me stirred up many memories. Shisa stood next to me, murmuring,
普通だと思うけど、まあ、綺麗なのは確かね。素敵なところね、小笠原って。台風は怖かったけど。
Yeah, definitely.
だから、あれくらい普通だってば。
Emily suddenly broke out into a joyous laughter. I didn't know why, but I couldn't help but join in.
どうした？二人とも。
I'm sure they are, but of course we all have our moments of just insanity.
だって。
Yeah.
極端すぎるんだもの。さっきまで死ぬんじゃないかってくらいの嵐だったのに。見てよ、この星空。
Where I live, you can hardly see any stars at all.
私も。悪かったわね。どうせ田舎ですよ。
Emily and I went on laughing while Chisa was pouting beside us. Just a few hours ago, we were in a deadly storm, but now we were beneath this beautiful night sky. The difference was overwhelming. But Chisa only grew more and more upset. To her, it It looked like we were making fun of her home.
何よ二人とも
Sorry, Chisa. We're not laughing at Ogasawara. I guess looking at this gorgeous sky put us in a weird mood.
そうですか
She didn't seem to buy it.
私チサにまだ言い足りないことがあるわ
Can it be a compliment, please? Emily said as she finally stopped laughing and wiped the tears from her eyes. Chisa stood on guard, her face stoic.
私ね羨ましかったのチサが
I think we kind of figured that.
すごく自由でしょ私が
Emily nodded.
海を泳いでる時のチサとっても自由じゃない何にも縛られないで自分らしい自分でいるって感じそうかな
Chisa had been bracing herself for more insults, but this surprise compliment made her unsure how to respond.
そんなあなたを周りの人たちは頼りにしてて必要とされてる羨ましい
You can do that too, sis. All you gotta do is, practice whatever particular skill set you might be good at, or you ultimately develop it, and then just use it to the best of your ability.
あんたでしょ自由なのは気づいてないのその自由さでどれだけ周りの人を振り回してるか全然
She honestly seemed unaware.
でもそうやって周りを気にせずわがまま言えるところちょっと羨ましいって思うよありがとう私もあなたみたいに大切な何かのために周りの人に逆らえるような勇気があったらなって思ってたねえヒロ君これって褒められてる
Yeah, it was a pretty big one too.
そうなら嬉しいわありがとうチサそのナチュラルに上から来るところほんとムカつくわ
Emily smiled at Chisa, then went over to the water. She stopped when it was about ankle deep, then waved us over.
ねえ来て
Chisa and I were still barefoot, so we went in after her.
ほら海に星が映ってる
Oh yeah.
上も下も星だ海に眠る宝物を見つけたわね
Too bad you can't take it home.
でも思い出は残るわ
Emily stared at the aquatic jewels spread around her feet.
幽霊船にはね指輪があるの指輪
Emily nodded.
パパがママに送ろうとしたものなんだって
I wondered what she meant by wanted.
パパはこの島でママにプロポーズしたのけど指輪を渡す前に船が座礁してしまって
Whoa.
パパもママも救命ボートに乗って助かったけど指輪は船と一緒に海に沈んじゃったのよ、そうだったんだ私の両親は今離婚しようとしてるのママはアメリカにいて夏休みに私はママの元へ行かされるはずだった
Like you didn't want to. So you ran off to Ogasawara? Emily nodded. She must have left for the ferry after finishing her last class of the summer. That's why she was still in her uniform.
私はハーフだから両親が離婚したらどちらに引き取られてもどちらか一方の国を捨てないといけなくなる私ママの故郷のアメリカも好きだけど生まれ育った日本も大好き今日もっと好きになったわ
She said, staring at the ocean and night sky of Ogasawara.
でもどうして指輪を結婚する前パパはすごく貧乏で 貧しいながらも貯めたお金で買ったのがその婚約指輪だったの。パパからママへの愛の証ってわけ。それを引き上げることができればあの頃の愛情を取り戻せるかもしれないって思ったの。
Okay, so here we go for the fun fact. Shiranami Maru Part 2. Emily's parents boarded this ship before getting married, but a storm sunk it. Although they escaped safely, the engagement ring her father had bought was left behind and still rests there. I'll admit, that's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Emily smiled sadly after saying this.
ほんと、私って子供よね。そんなので人の気持ちが変わるはずないのに。
I didn't agree with her, though. We were just kids that didn't have the power to change much in the grown-up world. But even so, if Emily wanted to make a difference, then her biggest chance really was finding that ring. A gentle breeze drifted by. It caught Emily's hair as it brushed it behind her ears and looked over at us.
二人ともありがとう。私の無謀な冒険に付き合ってくれておかげで吹っ切れそうよ。
Neither Chisa nor I knew how to respond. Part of me didn't want her to give up, but I knew she had to go home tomorrow. She would be better off this way.
思い出を作ってくれてありがとう。ママのところへ行っても忘れないわ。特に今夜のことはね。
She said playfully before walking up the beach and back to the cave. As Chisa watched her go, she murmured grumpily.
そんな事情があるなら早く言ってよね。
Before running after Emily.
待って、エミリー。
She took Emily's hand shyly and walked hand in hand with her to the cave. As there was still time until morning, it looked like Chisa wanted to make a few more memories with her new friend. Wait up, you two! Not wanting to be left behind, I ran back to the cave as well.
どう？治りそう？
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It was morning, and I was working on the canoe's motor. The problem seemed simple enough that even a novice like me could fix it. If it hadn't been for the storm, we could have made it back to Chichijima yesterday.
そう、よかった。
Where's Chisa? Emily straightened up and looked out toward the entrance of the inlet.
まだ戻ってこないわね。
Chisa and Finn had gone out to check the condition of the water. The outrigger canoe could only sail on very calm seas. And even though the typhoon was gone, if the waves hadn't died down, we would have to wait it out. But then they swam back to the beach.
ねえ、ヒロキ、ちょっと来て。
What is it? I'm kind of busy.
いいから、エミリーも。急だろ、エミリーお願い。キュッキュッ。何かあったの？
I had a bad feeling about Chisa's anxious mood, but Emily and I joined her in the water and headed for the inlet's entrance.
この下、見て。
What? Though Emily and I were suspicious, we looked down into the water. This was the same area Emily and I had gone swimming in the day before. But the seafloor was completely different now. Huh? No way! I was so surprised that I lost all of my air. In the distance, barely within reach of the sun rays, was something that hadn't been there the day before. At first, I could only make out a large, shadowy object like a boulder. But after looking more carefully, it was a ship. Actually, a shipwreck. What the?
昨日はあんなのなかったってことは幽霊船だ
Last night's typhoon had brought it right to us, the legendary ghost ship. All right. And we're going to hold it right there and continue on the next episode of our venture in the visual novel, Adventure of a Lifetime. Well, folks, want to thank everyone for watching this episode this time around. If you like what you saw, maybe consider leaving a like. And if you want to see more, maybe consider subscribing. But until next time, happy mixing, everyone.